Important place to you.
Are you
I might
pointing
be.
that thing at my breast?
I will. I mean, everyone. No, I'm not. There. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this place is an important place to you.
It is. Why?
What does it mean to you?
Well, personally, it's about me becoming my own woman in New York City, of me finding a place where I have my own friends. Being from Virginia, I've got my own like New York friends that do their own New York things, and I'm so shy and kind of introverted that I don't think if it weren't for music, I probably wouldn't have any friends.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what Sidewalk Cafe has meant to your life.
Sidewalk Cafe has been the first venue really where I've performed publicly and had to sort of get out of my room and get out of the little recording room that I recorded my songs in and actually play them in front of people and realize that a lot of them aren't that great. Lach definitely puts creativity before marketability, I guess you could say. Like, you know, someone can come on with an act that you've never seen before and maybe everybody won't like it, but if that person kind of sticks with it and, you know, it's obvious that person has a creative spark, Lach might give them a show. And I don't think a lot of venues would do that because you'd be like, well, he's obviously not the folk rock that, you know, our people come to expect on a Friday night when they're drinking their Cosmos or whatever, you know. So yeah, he's definitely more about the creativity and less about baloney. People who are, you know, just starting out writing songs, you know, or just starting out playing an instrument, you know, can you know, get a real shot at just being able to play for people. And it's also, you know, the site of some of the greatest, you know, most inspiring music that I've ever borne witness to. It's both of those things. I think it's still really exciting and really inspiring to see somebody get on the stage at the open mic and do something that's just a little bit different, whether it's, you know, just that they're really excited and enthusiastic, or something instrumentally or musically that they're doing. Whatever it is, and they get to the end of it, and Lach says, "Hey, do you want to play a show here?" That's really, I mean, to this day, because it happened to me.
The inclusiveness of the room is a short answer. Yeah. The inclusiveness of the room and Lach giving anybody a first try and a second and third try. And in my case, he kept giving me gigs, even though I'd play a Friday night and one person would show up. He kept giving me gigs for a long time, and that really helped me to boost my craft. I hate to use such a stupid word, but so I keep coming back, you know, partially out of gratefulness and partially to see what's going to happen next.
How do you think Lach keeps his rich chocolatey brown hair?
Success.
How do you think Lach keeps his rich chocolatey brown hair?
I think he keeps it in a box. A lot of soy, a lot of fiber.
Rich brown chocolate shampoo.
You're at the Antihoot Nanny. The Antihoot Nanny started in 1984 in my apartment, which was a loft on Rivington Street. The Daily News called it the most dangerous block in America. And I'm reading the Daily News. I'm like, that's my block. That's my apartment. And it was in 1984. It was an illegal after-hours club. Come on.
So you first came across Lach at Sophie's.
Actually, I met Roger Manning at a place called Speakeasy in the West Village, and we were both getting about the same kind of response there, and he told me about Lach at Sophie's. So the very next week I went down there.
Was the vibe similar to Sidewalk?
Crazier. Extremely insane. They had 2 amplifiers. They put the vocals through one, anything else through the other. They moved the whole table out. They brought the light bulb down. That was the lights, and that was it. It was nuts. There really is no other music scene in New York except for this, if you think about it. You know, everything else is people just trying to get record deals. and basically slicing each other behind, you know, in the back. Where this here is much different, and it always has been.
Has Lach changed over the years?
Oh, he's got no comment.
I think he's open about stuff like that, and what I think
He's
you're going to
changed
think.
for the better, but he's always been cool. But he was definitely a lot wilder in the early days.
It became a big thing, not thanks to me, thanks to Lach, because I have nothing to do with it. I just own the place. I basically, you know, I recognize that Lach knows what he's doing, so I let him run the show. I mean, anything there is Lach. I just was behind the scene.
Right.
So, if any good or bad, blame Lach, not me. And it's been, what, 15 years?
Yeah.
15 beautiful years.
What did it mean to you when you were like hanging out here and playing here a lot?
Keys to a songwriting kingdom, where the rules don't matter because there are no rules. Kind of like a musical fight club. More or less, one part Bob Dylan, one part professional wrestling. Led by a very genius, eccentric songwriter called Lach.
I said at some point, like someday, those of us who still play here are going to say, you know, wow, we played here during the Lach years.
The Lach years, you know, the same way that it would be like I was there when Dylan went up at the Gaslight, or I was there in San Francisco when the Grateful Dead played for 3 hours. Or I was there when the Ramones played to 6 people and a dog. I was there when I was there, you know, and you were too.
You know, it's just a great community, and it comes in waves, and always 95% of it is crap, but you know, that 5% sometimes is really, really brilliant. You know, say what you will about Lach, you know, love him or hate him, you know, he is an East Village living legend and beyond, and he's an incredibly charismatic guy, and he has sort of always been the glue that keeps everything together.
What is it about what happens here that calls you to come for as many years as you have?
Inertia.
Inertia? What originally drew you to come?
An attempt to disturb my inertia. I was looking for something to focus my attention, something creative and something fascinating. And I found it at the fort, at the Sidewalk. It was pretty extraordinary. Those good old days. And I keep on hearing people talk about the good old days over and over again, about how things are never the same as they were last week or last month or last year, and they always were as good as that. There's always been something really great here.
Okay.
So you've worked with Lach for a long time.
Yes.
How has it been to work with him?
Oh, goodness. Lach, don't put your tea bags on the table anymore. At least we won't have that to look forward to anymore.
But come on, Carrie, you're going to miss him, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm going to miss picking up those tea bags off the table. No, Lach, we love you. Goodbye.
How do you think Lach keeps his rich, chocolatey brown hair?
Magic.
Very poorly.
And this is the last question. How do you think Lach keeps his rich, chocolatey brown hair?
Pussy.
Well, we're also, while she's setting up, let you know we're brought to you by Arlene's. We're brought to you by Arlene's Cat Camouflage. Speaking of cats, if you live in an apartment that doesn't allow cats, you might want to shop at Arlene's Cat Camouflage Boutique, home of the hollow ottoman.